Hello everyone, good evening, Namaskar. I am Purnima from Fertility Dost and today we have none other than Dr. Priya with us. We know that some people, rather I would say some doctors, they don't need any kind of introduction, but we would really love to introduce Dr. Priya as a very enthu doctor. She's always ready to help people, ready to help whatever she can do, whether it's a clinic visit, hospital visit, online consultation, Zoom consultation, video conferencing, everything. We can say that Gen Y doctor is with us. So let's begin with a formal introduction. And Dr. Priya Kannan. This is the name we would love to hear, our viewers love to hear at our session. She's from Chennai. No other introduction, I think, is necessary for her. But yes, she is a director of Garbha Rakshambai Fertility Center, Chennai. And Chennai people, if you are watching this session, you are most welcome to have a talk with Dr. Priya. And for this awareness session, I would like to thank Shield Pharma, Shield Healthcare for this session. Because this time we are at home, many doubts, many things are in our mind. But what to do? कैसे सॉल्व करें सबसे मेजर प्रॉब्लम ये आता है एंड वी फील कि लाइक शुड बी मैसेज हर डॉक्टर शुड बी कॉल हर या फिर ऐसे ही एंड इन सब चीजों के लिए our live sessions are very helpful. So if you have any doubt or even कुछ चीजें जो आप समझ नहीं पा रहे हो but there's some kind of hitch in your mind you want to ask but yes you said no, my doctor is busy, should I call her, should I message her, or should I fix appointment with her? So don't worry, we are here to help you out. And today with Dr. Priya we'll speak about very small and easy topic, that is IVF success mantra, and during this time how we can focus on this mantra. So over to you, Dr. Priya, how we can focus on IVF success mantra, especially during this time.
Well, first of all, I would like to thank you again for inviting me again to this show. It is amazing to be on the show again. It is such a vibrant platform that it's my pleasure and honor to be here every time I'm here. Means coming to the how to cope up with this COVID, how to increase our success, or how to even go about a treatment. Forget having success, right now so many people have stopped their treatment. So many people are not able to contact or as you rightly said, do not know how to proceed with their treatments. I think don't worry about it. For example, in my center, we have made a lot of arrangements for the COVID safe, as I would like to call it, COVID safe arrangements for patients, because it this involves the safety of patients, their attenders, their relatives at home, also the healthcare worker, my staff, my housekeepers, my rest of the doctors, everyone, my receptionists, my accounts, everybody involved in the hospital, and also their families as well. So this is a time that I have to be mindful of everyone's safety. So we have made many arrangements. You would find that in most of the clinics as well. What we have made is, we have made the appointments, in-person appointments will be very spaced, so that when one person comes, there are not more than 4 to 6 appointments in an hour. So it's like so spaced out, and no clubbing of things. And rather, what we do is we ask them to come in person only when it is absolutely necessary for them to come in person. If I can do something, if they can do something and then send us online, we are happy to review that and give the advice. So for the online, I also have I have my profile at Librate, so people come to me on video consult, not only from here, from USA and UK and Singapore. My patients have flown out, so they all call up on Librate. It's very easy. And another thing is, I right now have started a lot of Zoom consultations. So my patients send me their reports by email much before, because unlike Library, you can't send your reports. Here they send it to me a day before, or whenever they fix their appointment, they send all their reports. Not only review consultations, now I have started talking to new patients, like who are the first time coming to clinic. Also, they send all their reports to my mail. I check the reports. We make an elaborate history of, like, how you would come in person. We have a huge history taken from you. The same kind of record we create for every online consult as well. So we keep a record of what we do, and then after every consult, whether it is a new patient or a review patient, I write down the prescription and then send by mail to the patient as well. And the same prescription goes into their OP booklet. So if at all they come 6 months in person, I take that OP booklet out. I have all the records I need for them and the follow-up that I've done for them as well. It is just like an in-person consult, except that they are not here. And they send all their reports by email, and I send back my prescription also by mail to them, so that it is easy for them to take the prescription to a nearby pharmacist and buy, or order through online online as well. Anything, you need a prescription. Without a prescription, they won't give, especially our drugs. So we have made it very simple. And today I had like 6 in-person consults, and equally little more than that online consults on the Zoom. So every 15-20 minutes I schedule one Zoom session now with my patients, and they are very comfortable with that, because I think everybody is happy with Zoom. So I thought, nice platform, everybody knows it. So people are very comfortable, and it's easy. They just call the reception and say they need a consult. So it has become quite a norm for us right now. And if at all they need something to be done in the hospital, then I ask them to come one particular day, club all the investigations that need to be done, give them like an hour's time to complete everything. They go, and then we give the appointment for the next patient to come in. So, we have tried our level best to keep the environment of the hospital as safe as possible, and make sure that they are also comfortable when they come to the hospital. You don't want to see a full waiting hall when you come into the hospital. That makes you feel like not very comfortable right now. Previously, people loved the full waiting hall hospitals, but now they don't like it. So there's been a change in preferences. So I try to make it as safe as possible. That is it. So you don't have to stop your treatment. Contact us, contact this clinic, contact the hospital, and ask them how you can continue. Definitely, we have made means and ways of doing it for you. We are there to help you. Only there. That's the purpose in our whole thing, is to help you out.
Right. So, Dr. Priya, when the couple is in between of their IVF cycles, like we have many cases that the couple is in between of egg retrieval or embryo transfer, and they need to take injections and all that. Then, what you suggest, those injections, those doses, do you train your patients or your in-house staff, tell them how to take injections?
Um, it is. I think the injections have evolved very well. Now the injections are like, A, you can have the pen, or B, even now, even if you don't want the pen because it's slightly more expensive, the other vials, the other injections have also come out as vials. So I send patients with 2 vials, and the syringe, we give it to them as well, which is just like an insulin syringe. The first injection, we give it in the hospital and tell them this is how it has to be done. So they can take it themselves. I tell the patient, like, if at all somebody is diabetic, you take your insulin yourself. You don't go to a nearby clinic. So the same way, this is as simple as the insulin. So it's like the same insulin syringe, subdermal, please take it. So I actually train my patients themselves to take the injections at home. And most have at least one diabetic person at home who's taking insulin. So that way they have seen patients, somebody taking injection every day. So they're happy taking it themselves. So I prefer it so that, see, when they are doing it themselves, they have that fear. Am I doing it right? Sometimes we make a
Right.
we call as well. I have taken
Oh,
so much. I've seen my staff do that. The injection would be loaded, and then they will do a video call to my staff, and then they will show it. Sister, have you taken it right? And then they inject. So that, the online has become so wonderful that we can make full use of it, and we do.
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल। सो व्यूअर्स डोंट वरी, अगर आपके डॉक्टर्स आपको बोलते हैं कि यस यू नीड टू टेक दिस इंजेक्शन एट होम, सो घबराना नहीं है। यू कैन ऑलवेज रीच आउट विद योर डॉक्टर और द हेल्पिंग स्टाफ थ्रू वीडियो कॉल्स एंड take important pointers with them, talk to them, discuss to them, because इस सिचुएशन में हम सबसे ज्यादा यही चाहते हैं, हम क्या सारे डॉक्टर्स यही चाहते हैं, टू मेक you people more comfortable. It's a matter of one injection. I think 1 or 2 times खुद लगाने में थोड़ा डर लगता है, but yes, you can do it. You are like brave ladies are there, strong ladies, so they can take their injections well. So first part we concluded is yes, injections can be taken at home with proper necessary things that you need, some few cotton swabs and all that. You all have those things at your home, so be comfortable. Next thing, Dr. Priya, about embryo transfer. So egg retrieval done, and then you have to call the patient for embryo transfer. Then how you make those things possible, or how you suggest your patients to come? Is this the like that day morning or a 1 day before? Because you need to check the condition of embryos, 3 day, 5 day. So how this procedure goes in this time?
Actually, right now, always FET is like a very simple process. We make it as simple as possible for the patients so that they are not anxious about it. This is exactly how I describe embryo transfer to my patients. If they had an IUI, then I tell them, look, in an IUI, I put some sperms into your uterus. Here, I will put the embryos into the uterus. I just tell them, because most would have had at least one embryo, IUI, which is a completely painless procedure. They just came from home, had it, and went home. So I equate that to the patient to give an idea that it is as simple as that. So right now in Tamil Nadu, we have a lockdown. Even otherwise, patients, what we do is we give a letter. When I want the patient to come in for embryo transfer, the day I decide and send it to them, we send a letter on our letterhead saying that the patient has to travel from this area to the hospital for a procedure. So that way, nobody has ever been stopped from coming. But then, since if the patient depends on where the patient is, if the patient is from Chennai, then I ask them to come that same day morning. They do the procedure and they can go home before the start of the night lockdown in the night. If they are from like 300, 400 kilometers from Chennai, long, far away, then I tell them you come the previous day so that there is no hiccups on being able to make it or not being able to make it, and getting the patient would be so stressed about it. Then I tell them, please come a day earlier. There are rooms in the hospital. You can be inpatient, calm yourself down, and then we can have the transfer. And then, depending on their comfort, they can either be in the hospital for a day or two, or they can go whenever they are happy to go. So, and then post embryo transfer also, now we have changed our protocol so much that we don't ask our patients to take the injections as well that much. Nowadays, we give a lot of vaginal Credon gel, like, that gels or tablets as well. So that way also they don't need to visit a nearby clinic or depend on a nearby clinic, because as the post luteal, that is the after embryo transfer injections, are oily injection. It has to be administered only by a trained staff. So that necessitates that you go to a clinic. So we have stopped that, and we have given only vaginal suppository or vaginal gel along with tablets, and that also has made the treatment very simpler, much simpler and easier, and compliant for the patient to go ahead during these very difficult times.
So, Dr. Priya, like injections versus tablets and vaginal tablets. So, can we say the impact is same for all these?
We all love our injections. Let me be very frank. All Asians, we love to give the injections because we are sure that you've got the progesterone. We are absolutely sure you've got the dose of progesterone that you need to have. But in terms of efficacy, um, injections, the vaginal gel along with the tablets, they have shown to have same results. So that is why we have made it very simple. But some patients are not able to keep the gel, or they are not comfortable to keep anything vaginally, especially in Indian women. That is when we have to make some, we are made to give them some progesterone injection. But otherwise, all over the world, nobody gives injections except us. Everybody goes through only vaginal suppositories or gel or something, because there is some type of inhibition in our women. So they prefer to take that injection. But now I think they're all getting used to having gels. Better than the tablets, vaginal suppository is a one-time jelly in a day. So that makes it much more easier, no? So they are
Right,
more,
right.
but of course, along with that, we give some tablets as well.
Ma'am, one interesting thing. Does ovarian PRP help in improving egg quality? This is the latest.
Yeah. Yeah. Ovarian PRP is not for improving egg quality. It is being done on a very experimental basis. It is not a clinical procedure as of now. It's done on experimental basis. That is experimental. I mean, it is they are not experimenting with you, but then it is just it is not an established procedure as of now. It is for women who have very poor AMH, like zero point 0.1, zero point 0.2, or people who might have become menopausal but still want to use their own, try and use their own eggs. For them, this is given to say if they can produce any egg at all. Some clinics have reported good success with it, but it is still very limited to very, very few clinics. Not many have taken it up at all.
So, ma'am, can we say the success rate, like what percentage still this ovarian PRP is helping how many people out there? We cannot
Uh,
predict this right now.
there are none much information about it on our scientific platform at all much. But the ICMR recently came out and said it is not useful at all. No PRP treatment is useful except for blood cancers or something. So they came out with that. So we don't know what is it, because then not much information is available. One cannot come to a conclusion, right? I have to have information available, go through the information, and then say whether it's useful or not. There's lots of work to be done still in ovarian PRP yet to even pick up. So we might have to wait for a few years, for us maybe 5 years or so, to even have an idea about how much useful it is, whether it's useful or not. If it is useful, how much it is useful.
Right. I think new technologies, new testings, new things are coming up, but we really need time to tell our patients how they are going to use this, and is it there any benefits they can make out of them. But again, we say that yes, technology is helpful in many ways. So here is a summary of our session, IVF success mantra. First is, if you are in Chennai and if you want to meet Dr. Priya, please let us know. I think this is the first and the foremost mantras of today's session. And second is, just relax. We know stress is difficult to handle, but at least give it a try. Talk to your doctor. And if you are into the procedure, then please don't hesitate to take injections at home. Hospital staff is there to help you, but again, you don't hesitate to ask for help. That is very important for your treatment, for your cycles, because you are putting lot things. आपका मनी है, आपका इमोशंस है, आपका टाइम है, सब कुछ है. तो देन व्हाई नॉट डिस्कस ईच एंड एवरी एस्पेक्ट विद द डॉक्टर, हॉस्पिटल स्टाफ, एनीवन जिससे आपको कंफर्ट लगता है उससे बात कीजिए, बट प्लीज एटलीस्ट बात कीजिए. ईट हेल्दी, मेडिटेट, योगा. Yes, for this we are here at Fertility Dose to help you out with this. We have in-house experts, we have in-house sessions, and again every sessions with beautiful doctors are also there. We can say that for today's session. So thank you, Dr. Priya. Thank you so much for joining today. And we know that success mantras are many, but these are the beautiful small little mantras that each and every patient, each and every couple who is undergoing the treatment, please take a note of these. Thank you, Dr. Priya. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I should thank you for having me on the platform. It is just amazing. I mean, as I always tell you, this whole thing becomes very cherished because of the way you conduct as well. So thank you so much for having me here again, and it's been entirely my pleasure.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.